Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Planet Coaster, where I've made some changes. But before I get into the changes, I want to say hello to some, well, existing friends, but they're new friends in Planet Coaster. Of course, I've always had Commander Hobo and Vinzi in my Planet Coaster map every time I log in to greet me. But now we have two new friends. We have Schvinz, and we have Twisted Kippy. I'm glad to see some familiar faces. If you have Planet Coaster, add me as a friend. Let me try that sentence again. Add me as a friend on Steam. It's just Brandon BTYB. And I'd love to see your face appear on my Planet Coaster map. And hey, you know, I'll feature you one day and say, hey, look at this. I've actually used some of Vinzi's uploads before in my parks. So if you have any Steam Workshop uploads, well, I'll probably wind up using them. Okay, wanted to make sure my lighting wasn't set. I completely redid the county fair area. I just wasn't really happy with how it looked. It looked a little too permanent, and I wanted this to look like it's a traveling county fair with the dirt paths and things like that. And I'm a lot happier with it now. I also used the dirt path as the base for the rides, so it just looks like they've kind of been plunked down there. There is not a dirt path for queues, which is a little disappointing. I wish there was. But, you know, it somewhat works. The same thing here, even though there's a lot of stone here. Nothing I can do to recover that. But I moved all the tents around, added a few more in. The 3 shops that we had are now right here. 1, 2, and 3. And they're staying fairly busy, except for the ice cream shop. We've got our bathroom, we've got our ATM, and then I added another, this is a Pip Shot water, because I was getting many guests are thirsty, and I think it's because they're waiting in queue lines so long. So I thought, you know, at least on this ride, they've got a way to instantly get on there. And of course, you see the Genie ride over here. We're going to get to that. That's where we're going to be doing the majority of our building today. But I do want the carousel. I had to stop and think of what the damn thing's called. I do want to have the carousel in here still. And I think a nice place to put it would be right here in this open area that we're looking at. I redid the paths to bring them a little closer out to the water. You may remember it went back that way. Well, I don't want to get too far away from the central part of the park. So I redid the paths a little bit, redid my hill here a little bit. The paths are still a little janky going up the hill, but I'm happy with them. They'll work. And then the same thing over here. I brought the path in a lot closer. That way we can have room for a little bit of a village here, maybe a flat ride or something else there. I don't know what. And then, of course, our castle will go here. Pirate ships will go back here. And we'll have some cool stuff going on. But anyways, first thing I want to do is get the Venetian carousel in because, as my chair pops, I just think it would be nice to have right there. Plus, it'll give us one more ride. No. And I think I can squeeze it in right about here and have room for a queue. I want to do pretty much the same thing that I did on the queues. I don't know if you noticed it just a minute ago. We'll go look at it over here. I made the priority passes actually a priority. You skip the whole damn queue. On both these rides, you just boom straight in. I'm going to try to keep that in mind. With most of the rides I build, it's not always going to be possible, but it's my goal. So let's place the entrance here, and we'll just have the exit come off right here. Let's see if we can't get that to snap to a nice angle here. We'll do a nice little curve then. And I'll eventually do like a couple little buildings or some plant life or something to fill in all of this area. Same here in the county fair. It's far from done. It needs a lot of lighting. It needs a lot of plants and things like that. But I'm happier with it now. Anyway, back to our carousel here. Multiple shops are very busy. That's because I don't have a whole lot of shops right now. So I need this to come out like 3 before it goes down. So, ooh, this is going to be a tight fit, but I think I can make it work by doing something like this. Let's hit control. Is it control or shift that keeps it from connecting? Control, okay. So if I wrap it in and around like this, and then really sharp back out like so, I think this will work. Give me a space for my priority pass. I think I'll be able to get it. Yeah, right there. It'll be nice. And then I should be able to get my exit right up here. Ooh, that's close, though. That's really close. So what I could do then real quick is let's get out of all of that and delete all of this and redo it. I do want a lot of space for the queue because, well, this is a really popular ride. So I need to make sure I have space for it. So go back into queues. And now let's try to connect this up in a different way. Let's bring it out along the Chairplane here. Come on, right there. And then around this way. And up to right about there. And then let's see if I can connect these two. That should work. It's a decent length queue. I like that it goes right underneath the Chairplane ride. I think that's kind of cool. Okay, so we need to connect the priority pass entrance. Just, no, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. There we go. I went straight stairs. Let's go down. And now we can turn off angle snapping. Let's see if we can't get just a nice little arc in here in one shot. There we go. And then to paint it, we just go out of the ride, back into paths, back into queues, and then we can paint that queue to match. So, for Venetian Carousel, we want 9 of number 2. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I believe it's just spin fast is all we're going to do. Spin fast, spin fast, spin fast, spin fast, and spin fast. And for that, we can charge $20. I know we've had a couple of these rides in previous parks, but, well, I wanted them to make an appearance here again. I need to turn my daylight on here. Boom. So I want these two rides to kind of match right here. Which colors am I happier with? These are closer to our park colors, so let's go with those and make the Chairplane be the one that has to convert here. So I want to change this brown color here. There we go. I think it's that one right there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I want to change that. And then over here, I want to grab this red and turn it into our pink that we're using throughout the park. And then copy it and come back over to Chairplane and pop that in. And then here, I'll go with the blue we've been using. And then for this, I think we'll just go with that again. There, whoop. There we go. Now we've got a nice color theme between those two rides. And I think that works a lot better. And then some plant life, you know, just some decoration and things back in here. Plants up in here. And all of that, I think, will make this all a cohesive area. A little crowded with this queue. I may reposition this ride a little bit. I mean, I could move it out some. Should I? I think I should. So I just don't like how cramped that is. It just isn't... I don't know. I'll leave it alone for now and see what I can make of it. Yep, I'll leave it alone for now and see what I can make of it. Alright, let's speed up time so I can get this open. Because I do want to get it open before we move on to the next part, because I'll forget to open it. I like that this is right out by the water. It'll be nice. And then there'll be, of course, we'll have a massive castle here. It'll come up more than it is big and wide. It'll be tall. And that's going to be what gives it its scale. Are you done testing? You are done testing. I can open you. And we should have people wanting to now ride it. Especially since we just had... no, people are saying it's a little too expensive. So let's go ahead and bump it down for now. Until I get the queue scenery up. And see if they want to ride now. 3% are still saying it's a little too expensive, so let's bump it down a little more. I was getting $20 for it in the last park we built in Morningwood Thrills. So I should be able to get $20 out of it here once I get this queue scenery rating up. That number's not climbing anymore, and it looks like we've got people actually getting in line now. Some people are walking away from it. But as long as this number's... Nope, that number is still going up. So let's bump it down to $16. And see if we can't get this number to come down. Because that's the goal here. And while we're watching that... Yeah, there we go. I'm going to get a drink of Dr. Pepper. Didn't have enough time, but I'm still going to take a drink of Dr. Pepper. Ah, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Okay, there we go. That's coming down nicely. Alright, so let's slow down time. And then I want to come over and deal with the Genie. I've got it up a little too high right now. I originally was thinking one thing, and, well, I've kind of changed my mind on exactly how high I want it to be. So I'm going to get rid of these paths real quick. I want it to be as tall as the top of a roof. You'll see what I'm talking about here. I've got some photos that I'm actually using as reference that I have over on my laptop, so my voice fades just a little bit. I'm sorry. It's because I'm looking at my laptop right now. And it's over to my left. Okay, so I need just a wall piece. Any wall piece, because we're just using it to measure height here. There you go. Move you around so that I can line this up here. And move it back. That should work. That'll give me a good guide. Alright, so now let's bring you... Whoop. Let's bring you down. Where's your arrows? There they are. I wanted it to line up right there. Yeah, right there. I'm going to have to move it back a tad just so it'll let me place it because it's in the way of that building. That's okay. Look at that. The park is making 10 grand. There, I'm happier with that. Okay, so now I want to connect my entrance up. And for this one, I want to do something a little different. But what? None of these really shout Mideast at me. And then you're fine from there. We'll come back to you. For this, I think I want to use that one up at the top right. I think that's my best bet. And it's already at its smallest. Oh, don't do that. I should have left angle snapping on. There we go. And then you just come down to the ground. And then what's going to happen is we're going to have a building that goes around all of this. And it'll come out. I need a place for my priority queue, though. Let's figure that out real quick. Well, I can't until I connect it to the path. I should be able to get it in right there, though, and have people coming around. And there'll be a building right here that kind of fills in all of this space, too, I think. That's my plan, anyway. And that's what we're going to get started on. And I think I just want to kind of use the stucco. And I think I'm just going to leave them in their default color. Because I think it'll be fine. Actually, first things first is I want arches. Because this is going to have... It's going to be just a big, open bunch of arches here. Now let's place one down, and then we can spin it around here. Alright. You... And now come this way so I can line you up. As a very loud motorcycle just goes by my house. Is that lined up nicely? Let's move it over a little bit. No, not quite. It's a little off. I need it to line up because this is going to anchor this whole section. Not that it's all going to be perfectly straight lines, mind you, but it is going to anchor this entire section, so I need it to be right. One pixel. One. Give me one. Give me one. That'll have to do. Alright, and then we'll bump this. Actually, we'll leave it right here against this path. We'll bump this over where it's right there on that rail. And there we go. And now I want to edit this building. Whoops. Why can't I click it? There we go. And then this is now going to be a lot of these. Just kind of... I just realized, though, you are on the outside wall. There we go. And then I'm hoping that my paths will align. Yeah, keep editing the building. Can I have this, please? Thank you. There we go. You and you and you and... Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So then same thing here, and then I want one more like that. Okay, I gotta think here what I'm doing. Because I've got a plan that I just want the queue to kind of follow inside of here. But where am I going to put my priority pass if I do that? If I put the queue entrance here, I can't have it pop into there. Maybe if I put a path... Yeah, how am I going to do this? I may need this to come out one more. Or maybe my priority pass will have to go to this side. Yeah, if that's my entrance, I can just go boop, boop, right back in. Priority pass done. And then the regular queue can go that way. I think that'll work. Let's find out. That's good queues. Let's turn on 90-degree snap here. Actually, let's go grid. And see if I can get this to work. Don't know if it'll work. I'm hoping it'll work. And then back in and around. That's not going to line up properly with that. Okay. So it's not going to come back out the proper orch. The proper orch. Alright, what if I then select my grid off the piece then? Then that should work. It's a really big queue, but... Who said we can't have it? Oh, see, but then it does that. Okay, I think I know how to fix that. I want to come down here. Oh, I do have square edges on. Maybe if I just turn my railing... Well, let's leave railing on. I have my squared edges, so it shouldn't be doing that. It should be letting me just connect properly here. But it's not. Alright, well, we'll figure it out. And then I want to deselect grid, get rid of you and you. So I want this to connect here if I can. Will you not? You won't connect, will you? Okay, well then, fine. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. By putting it in like this. Where's my angle? Oh, there's my angle snapping. Okay. Alright, so what's this going to look like if I do this way? It's just going to... It does go a bit through the building, but I can always move the building a little bit. I'd really like it to come out right there, but it wants to connect to this guy. I think if I turn it, yeah, it's going to be in the way of my exit, so that's fine. Let's go one more here. And, how am I going to get back into there? Maybe this is where I should hit grid. Alright, select grid off of this. No, that's not what I want. I want to get it lined up right with that. Let's see what this looks like if I just do it like this, and then maybe I can move the building itself. And I want it to turn and just, like, that's where it'll connect to a path eventually. So let's try to move the building some. And see if I can't get it to line up nicely. Like right in the middle there. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work quite nicely, actually. And then let's go ahead and bring this down a little bit so it's right up against these rails. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am very happy with that. So that takes care of that part. You guys are all on the ground, right? Yes, you all are definitely on the ground. So then I just need to get my, excuse me, my exit back in. Keep coming down, which comes nicely through there. And then this is going to be a bunch of shop fronts and things like this up here. So I want to go in and get a stucco wall now. And plop it down right here. And then we will have. Do I want another archway here? No, because there's going to be a building here. This is like going to be the edge of this building right here. So I think what I want is to put one more arch here. One more arch here. And maybe another one here. We'll do it. Oh, that's on the outside instead of the inside. Shit. That's fine. We'll just leave it on the outside and it'll make it. Did it make a nice corner? It made a decent corner, so that's okay. So then we will have this be you. Is that getting in the way of my queue too much? A little bit, so move you to the outside. And that should get that done, and then one more archway here, maybe. Really, I don't like that it's off-center on that at all, though. Let's tinker with the building a little bit more. See what I can do to make... If I can get it lined up on both the entrance and the exit, I'll be happier. Exit's looking good. The entrance isn't perfectly centered, but I don't think I can get it perfectly centered. And if I try to perfectly center it on my exit, then it does weird things down here. No, actually that works. That will work. And then I want to make another building that goes over or up to the edge of this, I think, on my Genie ride. So I don't want to see those supports down there. Excuse me. I just want to have, well, I just want to have the building hiding it. Let's see if what happens if I do this. Just all off of my cues. Let's see, that's going to get in the way there. So that one won't work. But I think this will. Yeah, now I'm going to have to make a custom building here. Boy, I do like how that gets right in there, though. That's okay. What I can do is separate these guys out into their own building. There we go. And then we'll come back to that. Right here, I want a wall, I do believe. Like so, or like that. So it makes a nice corner. Yeah, that works. And then because these corners aren't quite the same, let's move these guys out. That's right, you can't do it with one wall piece, or multiple wall pieces. That way we've got that same nice thick opening on both ends there. There we go. And then the only other thing that the queue needs is roof. Which is going to be just probably this guy. And I think I'm just going to let it sit on top like that. I think I'm fine with that. Ooh, why aren't you wanting to sit on top? Ooh, but then because the walls are off, I can deal with that. There's something I can do to take care of that. No, come here. Where'd you go? Why are you doing that? Don't play up. There you go. And you, and you, and you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And we're good. On this side, it won't be a big deal because there's going to be buildings and stuff right here. There's shops, just decorations and things like that. On this side, I don't know. I'll figure something out to make that work. But for now, I'm going to be able to zoom into my picture here so I can see some detail. I took lots of pictures of some things that I was inspired by to make this work. And that is what I'm going to try to build. This will eventually have one big path that connects into like a little village here that comes through. And it will probably wind up not being this, the tile, except for in areas where it's inside of a building. Inside buildings will be tile. Outside of buildings will just be our normal, or what we did over here with this guy, but much wider. Like 25 feet. So it will probably, the entrance to all this will probably do something. Let's turn off my angle snapping here. Curves are better. Let's go distance of 2. Just to get kind of a marketplace street thing going on through here. Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not auto-connect. Quit it. Thank you. And then it'll probably run up to right about there. Not a big, huge area at all. And then we'll have some things that go back in and around here, but I'll have to figure out where the buildings are going to go first before we do that. But I'm going to go ahead, get the footage sped up, get the Planet Coaster music going, and I'll see you once all of this is more complete. And that's a pretty good start. I'm nowhere near done with this, as you can tell. This is going to be a pretty significant structure that's going to go back here. I think I need to move just a memento, though. I just realized not many people are shopping there. It's best to have the novelty shops, the souvenir shops, right after somebody gets off a ride. So I think I may relocate it to there, right here, and do something different with that. Not really sure yet. Back here, if I can get in there, I'm gonna finish out this wall here, make this like a little courtyard area, and gonna do, or try to do anyway, some kind of cool fountain type thing right here by basically taking these pieces and just putting them down on the ground, right, like this. Should just show you real quick what I got planned here. Where are you? There you are, right there, and then just duplicating that across and making this just a fountain. The whole thing will become a, if I can get it to cooperate, will become a fountain. Digging it out might be a bit difficult, but I think what I can do to prevent the ground from going away is bringing some floor pieces down here. Or they're not floor pieces, they're roof pieces, but you can use them as floors. I think this will prevent the ground from giving way when I level or dig out some water here. I think, anyway. I don't know that 100% for sure. So there, and there, and there, and then I want to dig out some water, if it will let me. Push, let's bring this down pretty small. Let's see what I can do here to make like a fountainish area. I need to bring that wall on down. I don't like how rough it is back here, though. This part bothers me, but I could probably do something about that. And then let's see where I can bring water at in here. Hopefully right to the top of it. Right here is my limit. That'll work. Just some nice water there. And then if I get rid of these wall pieces, what do I have underneath there? Some work to do, but that's okay. I can do that work. And what I want to do here is then come in with terrain, go flatten the foundation very carefully back up against this building. Don't want to cut into my water too much. Let's bring the camera up here. Come on, right, like that. That should be good there. Cuts in a little bit, but I think that's okay. I want to do the same here because I want this wall to be okay at the front here. So if I have a little bit of a jagged bit right behind the fountain, that's okay. I don't think it'll hurt anything. And then I need to duplicate some wall pieces here just to make this back wall believable. If I duplicate that one across, it should fill it in here. There we go. And come on, no, come here. There you go. Why aren't you guys cooperating with me? Maybe if I duplicate all of them at once. There we go. Okay. And then one more right. Come on. There. And then right here at the edge. And then I could do just a cool little fountain. Nothing spectacularly exciting or anything like that. I think I actually want to go ahead and, in this, now that I've got water in here, bring these guys in. Come here. Where are you? And just, where's my water line? It's kind of hard to see where the water line is. Why are you up in the air? I want you down there. The water line is right about there. So we'll put these in right like that, because that is below the water. That way it looks like it's got a base to it. I could probably actually bring that a little higher. Where is my water line? My water line is there. Okay, alright, so let's move you up. So right there. There we go. That's just below the water. I'm going to duplicate this across. Like so. Maybe. Maybe. Come on. Where are you? There you are. Let's grab a couple of these now. So that hopefully they just stay at the same level. Yeah. Love when that works. And then one more right here. And then I'll make some sort of little fountain out of this. But I think we'll finish this in the next episode. I won't finish this one between episodes because I think this is kind of a cool building to work on with you guys. I just want to paint this. Come on, let me paint. I just want to paint what's there. I don't want to put a new path in. I just want to paint this. I just want to paint that one. Alright, here's what I can do then. I can change it to a different path. I ain't change to any different path. There's a path there. Silly game. And then if I go back into my natural cues, I should just be able to paint that. That's the easy way to get those paths back repainted. So this just be a little courtyard area with one or two shops back here. I don't know how well they'll do. And then this is where it gets ambitious. I want to try to get the building to kind of wrap around the side here for another queue coming out this way so that I can put a small, friendly little roller coaster back here. You thought I was done with this section, but no. I'm thinking, where is it? There's one that looks like it's like a hawk or some type of falcon or something. Matter of fact, I think it's just called falcon. Is it you? No, there's one that actually has a bird on it. Whoops. Coasters. There's the stork, but that's not the one I want. Where is it? I might be able to do the dragon, though. I don't know that the dragon really fits with this theme. I mean, dragons weren't really associated with that era, were they? I don't know. Were there dragons in? Maybe I could do one of the spinning coasters. Where is that one that looks like a bird? I mean, it's just got a big black bird on top of it. I'm just going to click them until I find it. There it is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking right there. Make kind of a gentle ride. I mean, it can invert. So this is for adults and teens only, so maybe it won't be like a family type ride. I don't know. But my hope is to bring it in right behind this ride here, and then figure out something from there. But that will be for another time. I will have to do a lot of work because that's a tight space that I've got to get the exit to come back out. So most of the ride will be out this way and behind this hill. So anyways, that's going to wrap it up for this one. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.